a dire Chiefs and Cyclones fan. He's back. We detail everything about the Patrick Mahomes return to OTAs, what it means for the Kansas City Chiefs going into training camp, and why everybody who hated on Patrick Mahomes shouldn't have in the first place. My name's AJ Caldwell. Welcome back to Cyclone Kingdom. The haters are sick. They are down in the dumps today because Patrick Mahomes is at OTAs throwing a football. Not just throwing a football, dropping back in passing, getting in his progressions, and going through the motions. He is an absolute alien. He's not a real human being, and he's my favorite athlete of all time. He's unbelievable. So why did he do this? Why did he participate in OTAs when there is, I'm sure, probably a risk and an injury risk for doing these types of things? Because he values his rehab. He values the Kansas City Chiefs. He values the organization that they have that has produced Super Bowl after Super Bowl after Super Bowl because of Patrick Mahomes' commitment to excellence and commitment to his craft. We think about the Rashee Rice situation and everything that's transpired with that. Talk about a polar opposite from someone within that same organization, the man throwing him the football, who values every aspect of his rehab. I love Patrick Mahomes. I love everything he stands for Kansas City. I love what he does in the community. I love what he does for the Chiefs. And I love what he did to change my life as a sports fan. It's so cool to see him out there. So let's go into the actual video. Now, we don't want to put out the actual video just for copyright reasons or this, that, or the other. But the point of the matter is, if you've seen the video, Mahomes is dropping back to pass and throwing a pass. Now, is he putting all of his pressure on his left leg? Of course not. That's where the ACL and the LCL tear is. Is there a huge brace and sleeve on his leg? Of course. It's May. It's the end of May. But he's out there. He's in a yellow jersey. He's in a helmet. He's doing everything he's usually done around this time when he wasn't injured. And that is insane. It's insane in the best way possible because it proves that he is the best quarterback in football, and it's not close. I love Lamar Jackson. I love his talent. But let's use him as an example. When he's gone through his little injuries or flus or sickness, he's missed practices. He's done this. He's done that. He's done everything but show up to a football practice. He's supposed to be in the same conversation as Patrick Mahomes. Like, I love Lamar Jackson. I'm not trying to bash Lamar Jackson, but just using him as an example, that shows you the caliber of Patrick Mahomes and what he is capable of and what he continues to do for the Kansas City Chiefs and for the NFL, by the way. Patrick Mahomes being on the football field is good for football. You can cry about it all you want. You can cry about it all you want and hand the Chiefs all you want and say that they're done, say the dynasty's dead, say Mahomes is washed, say Kelsey is washed. But Patrick Mahomes is good for the NFL. He's the face of the league. He's the best to ever do it. He has the potential to be the best of all time. You know, I think Tom Brady still got him right now. This is the type of player he's been. And we're only now seeing just how good he is because he went through a severe injury. If you look at the sprained ankle injury that he had. If you look at when he dislocated his knee and was back 2 games later, this guy is built different and values his injuries very severely. He got his surgery on his ACL the next day. The next day after he tore his ACL against the Chargers. He literally wanted to play the rest of the Chargers game because he didn't realize the severity of how badly he was injured. That is how much of a competitor this guy is. And now he's back on a football field. And Thursday is the official day. We're recording this on a Wednesday, so you may have already seen some of the videos coming out from the media in OTAs if you're watching this later on in the week. But as we're recording this, the media still are not available to the Chiefs OTAs until tomorrow. So what does that mean? It means that what we are seeing from the Chiefs is whatever they want to put out there. The guys walking into the building and whatever other videos they want to put out there. And what do they choose to do? They choose to show Patrick Mahomes doing his thing. Doing his thing and proving that he is going to be playing week 1. And everyone that said he's not playing week 1, he's not playing this year, Justin Fields is starting for half the season. Log off. Log off. Find something better to do because you clearly weren't thinking critically about that. You clearly weren't thinking about what the consequences were to doubting Patrick Mahomes. Doubt him at your own risk, y'all. Doubt him at your own risk. Because not only is it a pissed off Patrick Mahomes because they missed the playoffs last year, it's a revengeful Patrick Mahomes because of his injury. And he's coming back to take it all back in 2026. He's taking everything back that was taken from him the last 2 seasons. He's got Eric Bieniemy back. He's got an actual great running back. He's got Travis Kelce in a last dance era. And then who knows what wide receivers that hopefully the Chiefs add. But this is the guy that has been the guy for a while now. And y'all been sleeping on him because he had 3 bad seasons in which one of the years he won the Super Bowl. 23, 24, 25, Mahomes has regressed. And in one of those years, he won the Super Bowl. If a regressing Patrick Mahomes wins a Super Bowl, what does an on top of the world Patrick Mahomes do? What does a prime Patrick Mahomes do? What does a Patrick Mahomes who is back in his element do? He won a back-to-back off the beginning of his regression. What's he going to do when he's back to throwing 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, which he might do this year? Don't put it past Patrick Mahomes to just go all the way through this season and just say, forget all of it, I'm taking it all back. Just like he did in 2018. This is the guy that people have doubted. And just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Because the Chiefs missing the playoffs last year is never happening again with Patrick Mahomes. It's never happening again with Patrick Mahomes. I just want you to understand that. And I want you to bask in the non-Chiefs playoff year last year. Because it ain't happening again. Hope you enjoyed your time off, y'all. He's coming back for it all. And oh my goodness, don't give this guy Stephon Diggs. Don't give this guy Deebo Samuel. Don't give this guy Tyreek Hill, even if it's halfway through the year. Because if you do, we're back on top. We're back on top, and we're winning a Super Bowl, and we might go back-to-back and might three-peat. Because you're giving the Chiefs rest. You're giving Patrick Mahomes rest. You're giving them time off, months off to go do whatever they want to do to rehab, get their minds right, and go back and start Dynasty 2.0. Y'all realize what happened with the Patriots after Tom Brady tore his ACL? They were better after his injury. Better. They were a better football team, a better cohesive unit, a better dynasty after Tom Brady's ACL injury. What are you going to do with Patrick Mahomes, who from a talent and mobility standpoint is far and away a better quarterback than Tom Brady? The greatness and the clutch gene and whatever, that's still Tom Brady. I get that. The accolades, that's still Tom Brady. But from a talent standpoint and doing things on a football field that have never been done before, 15 in red has done things that have changed the game of football. He's back at OTAs. He's going to be back at training camp. Heck, he might play preseason games, even though he probably won't and shouldn't, just to save himself for week 1 against the Broncos. He might play in training camp, or he might play in preseason games, because he's that much of a competitor. I love Patrick Mahomes. I love that he's the quarterback of my football team. And I can't wait for 26-27. Brett Veach, go get a wide receiver. Go get this man one more weapon, and we're taking it all back in 26-27. Leave your comments down below about what you think about Patrick Mahomes returning to OTAs, throwing a football, helmet on, looking like he's in his element like he does in training camp. And as always, roll Clones. And how about those Chiefs?